how's it going, guys? Welcome back for another pick a pile. Today, what are we looking at? We're looking at pretty much just like what Spirit wants to tell you, just some messages from the ethereal realm, what's going on. Just, my old school, what I always do. I feel like just stick to that. Hey, like, I just don't want to get too much into like specific, like, predicting people's love lives and things like that. So I think I'm just going to stick to that type of subject, but you're more than welcome to like give subject suggestions, like if you want to hear specific things. Yeah, just let me know. But yeah, this is just going to be more like a vibe check, where you are at, like what's, maybe a little bit of a peek into like what's happening in the future and things like that. But yeah, just pretty much like what vibration, like what vibe you're on at the moment, like what frequency you're on. So yeah, without further ado, let's get it started. You got pile 1 for the gumnut, pile 2 is pretty feather, and then pile 3 is this beautiful seashell. So take a second, take a deep breath, pause, do what y'all gotta do to choose your pile. So see you in your pile, guys. Hello, pile 1. If you chose this pretty little gumnut, this is going to be a reading on like what's happening at the moment, what's going on with these guys, just a bit of a vibe check-in. I just want to say welcome back to everybody that's been here before, and hello to all the new subscribers. I'm so thrilled to have you guys on my channel. Like, you don't understand how much that means to me. Look, we're not anything over the top yet, but the ones that come at the start, you will always know that you have been here since the beginning. So thank you so much, and thank you so much for the support. And yeah, let's jump into the reading. In advance, if you guys hear any bashing and banging in the background, it is just started to have a gale force storm outside here in Melbourne. I know heaps of people have the impression that Australia is very hot and warm all the time. It is up north, down south. Even up north sometimes we just get crazy weather, hey? Like, it is not this depiction of what they have on movies and in cinema and all those things. It's fucking crazy. So yeah, she's just started. Well, I want to storm out there, so if you hear any bashing and stuff, that's what it is. Don't worry, I'm not getting no house invasions or anything like that up in here. We are protected by the higher realms. So anyway, pile 1, let's get into it. I'm not surprised. There was going to be at least one pile out of the 3 that was going to steer in this direction, and it seems to be talking a bit more about your romantic love life, I'm going to say. I would like to say on like a broader spectrum, just relationships in general, which it may resonate with you. But I feel like Spirit's telling me this is more love, romantic relationship. So as you can see here, we got the card relationships, number 12. We got exploration and we got purification, which says to me that obviously, pretty self-explanatory, you're on a quest of self-exploration and exploration through your love life at the moment. And without sounding too grim and like straight to the point, I feel like you are, and like don't feel any guilt for this at all. There's obviously a reason why this is happening, but you're in, your mode of purifying things in your life at the moment, and without sounding like fucking, just being an asshole about it. Like, yeah, you're getting rid of what you don't need and what doesn't serve you at the moment. Not even at the moment, but just for the bigger picture and for the rest of your path. And yeah, it's really just like hitting home at the moment that, yeah, you're in need of this purification. And the reason, obviously, I've said guilt, and I feel like guilt's coming through so much with this, like your first initial like subconscious trigger of this was like guilt, guilt because I'm leaving behind everything that I've had in a relationship. I'm going to say a relationship that I've had with somebody else that I've put so much work and effort in, and it's not even like it's necessarily flawed. It may be though. There may be like some toxic and codependent energies, you know, really unraveling in it, which is, you know, what's obviously led you to this. But there may not be. There may just be like this inkling inside of you, and you know, your intuition telling you like this isn't it. Like, it's been a part of my path. It's served me for what it's needed. I still have love and gratification for this person. Like, and this path that we've taken together, but it's coming to, you know, a stalemate like type situation. It's very stagnant, and it's either just making your growth stagnant or hindering it and actually making it like go backwards, which is possible, which is very possible. You can go back. Like, it's that old saying of like, you know, taking 10 steps forward and then taking 20 back. Like, you know, you may feel like that with this person at the moment. You may feel like, you know, you're trying to come in and like patchwork it and patch it up where you think that it is flawed, but it's flawed for a reason. There's, you know, divine interventions coming in play. Sorry, my fucking no throat chakra things going on here, guys. Maybe you're a bit scared to say what you want to say to the person, but I am a smoker, so that's why my throat's like. So don't always let fucking tarot readers tell ya, oh, it's my throat chakra playing up. No, I'll tell you right now how many fucking people who do this smoke also, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Like, there is actually nothing wrong with it. Yes, societal tobacco and like tobacco that you get from the stores and stuff like that is pumped with fucking chemicals that the government's obviously trying to like pump into you even more than they already do through like food and everything and anything else. But yeah, don't listen to me. That's a whole nother tangent. Don't smoke, guys. It isn't good for you, but don't completely just fucking write it off either. Like, everything has its purpose. Again, back to what we're saying. Sorry, this is a bit of a rambler. This is a bit of a rambling file, guys, today. We're going on fucking lots of tangents. But, you know, they may all be relevant to you. I'm going to say that they are relevant to you. You know, you and this person might have like different views on life. Like, even though you've lived in a certain way of really like bringing your vision to their vision and like trying to coexist and intertwine. Like, see, these two tree heads are like completely mirroring each other. You know what I mean? You may have done that, but now it's just like you don't want to do that. There's a whole nother part of you that you've subconsciously suppressed by, you know, giving it away to be with this person and to intertwine with this person. And I guarantee you that they've done the same and they've sacrificed a part of themselves. And that's what relationships are. Like, I'm not saying that that's necessarily a bad thing, but it's when you start to lose yourself, or, you know, when you start to have like a jaded perception of like your reality and, you know, how you're feeling about things, because you're just not with the right person and you're not in the right frequency and on the right path to be accepting the messages that you know, should be receiving. And that's the whole, you know, taking 10 steps back. It might not even 20 steps back. It might not even feel like you're doing that, but you actually are, because you're hindering your growth by keeping yourself in this one channel of energy and vibration instead of stepping out and, you know, stepping into another channel. The reason I was talking so much about regret before is this card here from the Starseed Oracle says, I'm sorry. Defensivelessness, righting past wrongs and uprooting. So that just automatically, like, without any confirmation from spirit, just screams to me like, you know, you have this guilt of doing this again because you built something with this person, but like it's not serving your highest good anymore. And like, you know, it's that old like programming and way of thinking that, like, you know, we have control of our destiny and we know what's right for us, when ultimately we actually don't. Like, we need to surrender to source, to God, to a higher purpose, and know that the universe, that higher purpose has the answers and they know better. And like, you know, it's not even like, ultimately, I like to see it as like they know better, like they're up there working their fucking asses off. Like, there's a whole fucking, like, you know, system and like cooperation and everything like going on out there in like the spirit world to make things happen like the way they are. It's not like they're just sitting back and it's all just like predetermined by like a higher hierarchy than all of that. I feel like there's work behind the scenes that is like, you know, being done, and ultimately when you turn a blind eye to that, it's like, you know, you're gonna just keep getting pushed in not even necessarily bad situations. It may be bad, but more just getting pushed in a very stagnant ground again, and on like a stagnant plane, and just not having any growth or soul growth. So don't feel guilt, guys. Everything happens for a reason. Like, you have a path, this person has a path. Again, years have intertwined and years have served your purpose for each other, for humanity. Whether it be right or wrong, it's happened for your growth, this person's growth, you know, environmental growth, everything. It's on a big, like, symbiotic, like, level. So don't feel guilt. Like, the next step is going to be beautiful and amazing, even if it is rocky, and it might be scary and feel lonely at times, but ultimately that's what's going to make you appreciate what is going to unfold in the future. So let's stop with the oracle and go on to an angel, a message from your angels, from your guides, from your spirits. So just saying, have a gratitude list, counting your blessings and feeling gratitude for what you already have helps you to center in your heart instead of fixated on worries in your mind. What and who are you grateful for right now? Keep focusing upon gratitude and you'll discover the amazing generosities of the universe. So again, like, be grateful for what you had with this person. Like, don't be sad. It's going to be sad. All endings are sad, but like, paradoxically, all endings are new beginnings and vice versa. So that's that. You know what I mean? Like, it's the acceptance of that, and like having this gratitude list is, you know, opening you more up to the acceptance and the transition of it all. And yes, like, you're on your soul's path of exploration and, you know, purifying things that, you know, you've now learned and come to learn that you don't want anymore. Like, you had to go through experiences and have unpleasant things to, you know what you want more, like, in a more broader spectrum. Yeah. Sorry guys, that was a bit choppy today, but like, you know what I'm saying. I know my tribe knows what I'm saying. They like tap into my riddles, and that's why this audience isn't so huge compared to others, and I get that. It's because I'm not like other tarot readers. Like, I am, but I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Like, and yeah, everybody does everything differently. Like, you'll always do something differently, like, than the next person. Everybody reads tarot different. Everybody, you know, sings different. Everybody speaks different. Everybody communicates different. And you'll find your people, like, 100%. Don't be scared and think that, like, you know, you making that sacrifice of giving up something the universe isn't gonna repay you in return. Like, it might not come straight away, but it's coming and it's going to be there. Like, the love's coming for y'all, all right? Like, that's what I'm getting at. So with these tarot that I pull, I do like just the old school past, present, future dynamic of it. And you got the Ace of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, and the Eight of Wands. So yeah, I feel like on a 3D plane, like everyday existence, you know, you've always been quite secure and like financially well off, and like, you know, felt again like quite emotionally stable with this person. Like, with this energy, I'm not really getting that there's been like heaps of conflict or anything like that. It's more just like, you just don't feel it with this person anymore. You just know that they're not the person. There's somebody else out there that's like your perfect union. and your like divine counterpart and your other half, and that's just not that person. Like, they may be a soulmate of some form, but they're just not that person, and your soul and your intuition's like pushing you in the direction of that, and that's why you feel so much guilt for doing it, because it's not even like necessarily anything's been that bad. Like, that's what it's showing me. It's showing me that like things have been like mildly, like just mild and good and like vanilla, you know what I mean, like kosher as they like to call it. So it's not even like it's been like that horrendous. Like, I'm not saying that there hasn't been bad days and there hasn't been bad situations and bad, things like unravel in your life, but I'm just saying, like, with this relationship specifically, it's not like, it was like level 1 domestic violence or anything like that. I'm not really picking up so much on that. But if that was the case, I reach out to you, and I like fucking, I feel for you if that is the case. But and you need to seek, help in whatever area you need to seek help in for that. But I'm just more getting, again, like, yeah, things have been good, like financially on like a bigger holistic like spectrum. But again, your intuition, your inner soul's just like, this isn't it. Like, this is it. We've done it. We've reached it, but this isn't it. There's more than that out there. And that's what's bringing you into this like Six of Pentacles energy that you're in at the moment. It's like, harmonious, but we got to step out of this. You know what I mean? You might be a bit like, what the fuck am I doing? But you've got this. I really feel like I know for a fact, like, I don't even feel it, I know it, like your guides have your back, like your spirit guides, your team, even like people in your external like 3D environment, friends, family and stuff, they will have your back. Like, don't feel like people are going to be like, oh, what the fuck. Like, people know, I can feel the wisdom in your soul. People know you, they feel you, they understand you, they respect you, they appreciate you, and they will appreciate what you're doing. And then in the future, it's just like, yeah, no doubt about it. Once you get past those roadblocks, have your list of gratitude, things are just going to start moving and popping in all different directions. You know what I mean? Like, the universe is going to be like, yeah, you did the right thing, homie, and we are showing you. We're giving it to you. So yeah, look out for all that potential love, guys. Not even in like a romantic way, like put love in, other areas like friendship and, brotherhood and sisterhood and all those things. And, just really appreciate what you have around you and have gratitude for it, I feel, and you'll be fine. And don't be scared and don't feel guilt. I think I'm going to wrap that up there. That's enough fucking rambling. But pile 1, I hope you guys liked that. Let me know if you chose this pile, and please let me know if you enjoyed it. And yeah, like, subscribe if you haven't already, if you're a newcomer, and pass this on to anybody that you might know that might want it. Can't talk today. I'm gonna go. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Hello, beautiful pile 2. If you chose this cute feather, don't know where it came from, don't know what type of bird it's from. I think my daughter found it and gave it to me quite a while ago. So yeah, it's very pretty, it's beautiful. So if you resonated with this pile and your intuition drew you here, welcome. Welcome to all my previous subscribers and people who have been here before, and welcome to all of the new people. This is your first time coming to my channel. I just have like a very zen energy for this pile. I feel like you guys are just like my food, taking your shoes off, hippies, just already pretty deep on your spiritual path, been fucking with this world for quite a while. So I just very much feel that at the moment. But I feel like you still have a couple of layers to shed and some things to strip back, and that's more just what Spirit just wants to address with you today, that like you are on the right path, you're doing the right thing, you're ticking all the boxes, but there may be a couple of things that you're just not picking up on at the moment, a few nudges from the universe, some signs, things like that. May need to shed a little bit more of the ego, a little bit more of that old programming. I'd say more than ego. I feel like you're not very like ego driven people. Like, you understand the concept of ego and its position in the web of the world and stuff like that, and its purpose, and when it's needed and when it's not needed. But yeah, I feel like maybe it's more just old programming per se, which I totally understand. I feel like I'm very much in this energy at the moment where it's like, I know the way to be the free butterfly, you know what I mean, the peacock, to soar through the freedom and have that ultimate equilibrium. But it's hard because there's still, programming, and needing to be in that 3D environment again. I feel like he's a very much just like fuck yous to the 3D and to the corporate world and to, old structures and old ways of being and believing and stuff like that. But yeah, it's still hard to balance that fine line. The good old Bliss and Esso song, if you guys aren't familiar with Bliss and Esso yet, an Australian hip hop group who I love, I adore, I've been listening to most of my life. They have amazing like soul growth, beautiful frequencies through their music. It's just great. It's so uplifting. It's like soul enriching music. Anyway, they have a song, and the chorus is, walk the fine line between heaven and earth. You know what I mean? Like, that's what you're mastering at the moment. You're mastering that. You're on this beautiful like soul exploration and journey of your soul, like a deep, 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 deep journey of the soul. Because your rivers run deep, pal, too. I can feel it. I know it. I know it. You're my type of people. The rivers, they run deep. You feel very, very much for Mother Earth and the earth around you, which brings us to this card, this earth pulsing card, pulse of the mother. Slow down and tune time in nature. So like tune into nature, because you have that power, you have that ability to do that, to really just slow everything down and pause and meditate with nature, and let downloads come through that way, even if it's not just right there and then on the spot. Doing that, it connects you and it puts you into that frequency of receiving, even after you're out of that environment. But obviously being in that environment is going to be like optimal. Like, if you can find somewhere to go and stay and be for quite some time, in nature more than anything. Like, doesn't even need to be isolation, it just needs to be with Mother Earth, and not so much in that matrix system, which I highly doubt you're really much in, pile too. Like, you seem like my hippie pile. Sorry if the camera just moved, I just kicked the backboard. Yeah, so no, it's great. It's amazing. Like, you're really just finding your equilibrium, walking that fine line, mastering it, feeling that freedom in yourself to be like, you know what? I am who I am, and I'm the person who steers this meat suit, who steers this vessel. My vessel is my car, and my soul is my soul. And even though I have the ability to hand everything over to Source, and the universe to show me my highest purpose and my, path to take for my highest good, that, there's again that equilibrium of faith and having faith in a higher purpose, and then doing things yourself and going on your own path and creating avenues for yourself and opportunities for yourself, not just leaving everything up to them, all the time. Although when you do that, and you surrender to them, they'll always, lead you where you need to be leaded. But know as well that you have the power to, again, connect with Mother Earth, connect, pause, and receive what you need to receive, and go where you need to go, and Again, it's all just intertwined and interconnected anyway. It's all just one big symbiotic process. So yeah, yous have got it, pile two. I know yous guys are very wise, you're very smart, you're very switched on. But yeah, just know you're going to that life purpose. I'm really seeing just a lot of like, what's the word? Like that yin yang, like again, like that holistic approach to things. But we'll move on and we'll get a little message from your spirit guides and your angels, which you might not be seeing. So here they say, no more complaining. Complaints are affirmations of victimhood, which is never true spirituality. Take back your God-given power by affirming that you have an abundance of choice and freedom. See, that's exactly what I just said. They're just saying it better for me. With your increased confidence and assertiveness, watch these positive affirmations blossom into reality. So there you go. Like, I feel like, it's said that very, very well, a lot better than how I worded it and how I channeled it. But there you go, guys. It's basically, confirming what I did just say. So once you realize that you do have choice and freedom and you affirm that, and also partially, and not even partially, fully surrender to source and to the universe and to Mother Earth and to Gaia, then yeah, things are just going to start popping off for you guys. You know where you need to be. It's not even about popping off or anything like that. And yous are very much in the flow. Yous are riding the wave at the moment, pile two. Yous are riding the wave, and I love it, and I'm fucking here for it. So yeah, we'll move on to this tarot. It's just very basic past, present, future energy that I've pulled out today. And yeah, this all makes sense because your previous energy that you were in was the Fool. So surrendering, like doing that surrendering and saying, yeah, like I believe you guys have got me. And I feel like they do, guys, because this energy it's borderlining blissfulness. Like, it's amazing. It's great. I love it. If I could be in this energy always and forever, yes, great, optimal, perfect. Don't need to move out of it. But at the moment, you might be struggling a little bit with, like, again, navigating through that 3D existence and stuff, finding that fine line, because you're at the Five of Cups, which talks about the middle ground, like the stagnancy of emotions and things like that. So it's like, I know what it's like with this, guys. You start to question things, and the paradox is paradoxal, and it's just like, but you will get out of it because you are going into the Knave of Pentacles, which is the Page of Pentacles in this deck, which is, speaking about starting off with financial freedom and getting to that financial freedom and that abundant place of ultimate and infinite abundance, because you've taken this path and you've gone on your soul, like, purposed path and your journey, and what's, you've listened to a higher source of what's meant for you, not just gone out and been like, yes, this is it, I know what I'm fucking doing, blah, 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 blah. You've listened, you've taken time in the past, and you've listened and you've surrendered. So it's going to pay off for you guys. But I think I'm going to leave it here, pile two, without dragging on anymore. I do offer personal readings if anybody would like one. My information is below, and yeah, let me know if you pick this pile. I love yous guys, and I'm here for yous, and yeah, yous have got this. Yous pile two, love yous. Yous are good. Yous have got this. So like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz, and I'll see you in the next one, pile two. Peace. My beautiful pile threes, how's it going? It just started bucketing down rain outside for you guys. And you picked the seashell, which is associated with the ocean, which is also water, and I'm feeling such a Pisces, like Piscean vibe with this pile. You don't have to have Pisces placements, but you just may be in that energy at the moment, and we're in Cancer season still, I think. Yes. I'm not sure, actually. Now I'm questioning myself, but there's just this watery energy around, which is like fitting for the cards that have been pulled. So welcome, my pile threes, my beautiful pile threes. Yeah, I'm excited to read you guys. These are very very, I wouldn't say confused at the moment. I'd just say a lot's going on for you guys. It's not confusing. It's just like overwhelming. That's the word, not confused. Overwhelming. It's a lot's going on. Straight off the bat, I see here with the cards, self-love. You're on this exploration, on this journey of self-love. Loving yourself as you are now, accepting who you are and the vessel that you're in, male, female, whatever you are, whatever size, whatever race, whatever gender, all of those pronouns and stuff like that. You've gone on this self-exploration, which has then opened up the channels for healing your inner child, because you see in this card inside her, there's a little bubba, there's a little person, there's a little her inside of her, which is that ultimate self-love, the proper self-love journey. Like, I feel like there's levels of self-love, obviously, like I was just saying, that acceptance of who you are and where you are at this point. But then there's obviously that level of going back and loving your inner child and who you were as a child, and going back and parenting that child to, you know, ultimately come out into you now and present into this existence of who you are at the moment. So because of that, you've had this big, like, load of just downloads coming through, and just probably like more information than you can handle sometimes, which I totally understand. That's usually how it happens. It's just like, like big downloads, lots of information, more information than you can even like deal with, and like, what am I going to do with this? And it's really like started to, if not already that you are a creative person, I'm guessing you are, if you're like in that Piscean energy, and that resonates with you already off the bat, you most likely are already in that field or dabbling in it. It might be like a side project, but creativity and like the arts is a big part of your soul purpose and why you're here. And these activations are just like popping off everywhere in that arena, in like other, you know, scenarios, like in like love, in relationships, in, yeah, just bigger picture things. So yeah, you've just been going crazy, pile 3. It's been a lot for you, and I feel for you, and I'm here. But it's amazing. It's like, it's exciting at the same time. It's like thrilling. But you might just feel like defeated, because you're just like, why it's too much. Like, I just want to like close off. I just want to give it all away, and just like, I'm getting a bit of anxious energy, guys, like a little touch of anxiety, because it's just, yeah, it's a lot for you to process. And it's not saying that you like can't handle it and you aren't going to be able to handle it, because God, universe, will only ever give you what you can handle. Even though it might not seem like it, you might be like, I can't fucking handle this. You can. Like, there's, you know, deeper layers and lineage of who you are that, you know, brings in that strength and that source when it's needed. Like, before I had a child, I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to have a baby, like push a baby out and do that and like go through the gnarliness of all of that. But I did it. Like, there was this inner strength that was just stored inside of me somewhere, and I got through it, you know what I mean? And now I can look back and observe that and know that I'm a stronger and better person for it, and I can do that even though I thought I couldn't. And it's just like, yes, goal kicked, you know what I mean? Like, you've done it, you've accomplished it, and it's rewarding as fuck. Like, so yeah, I feel like, you know, it might not seem right now, you might be a little bit scared and a little bit, because I'm really getting that, like, with this tarot here, I've done the old school, just past, present, future, and I see straight away with like your current, how you are at the moment, like, you're very much feeling defeated and like in this mental anguish of just like, I don't know, I just don't know, there's just too much going on. Should I just give up my creative side? Should I just go back to that mundane like way of being? But then I'm getting all these spiritual downloads that are telling me like, no, don't do that. Like, you're this amazing sacred being and beautiful creative like angel that is here to give the world your creative flair. So don't do that. Don't suppress that and go back to old school ways because it's, you know, easier and you'll get more, you know, 3D finance and financial abundance and like physical financial abundance and things like that. But it's going to leave this big gaping hole in your soul. Like, that's not even my prediction. That is just facts. Like, if you do that, if you give up that part of you that you love so dearly, you know, you're just gonna plunge and it's just gonna be a horrible pile through. So don't do that. Like, I feel for you and you will get through this, and I'm sending you love and strength, and your guides are here whenever you need them. Just call on them. But yeah, don't give up on that, guys. Like, if that's even like, you know, an inkling in the back of your mind, like, no, I should just go back to like the old school ways because at the moment I can't handle this. But I can see in the future you are being very like possessive of your finances, and you're holding on to them and you're holding them close to your heart because you don't want to be like not well off, you know what I mean? You don't want to be not taken care of. You don't want to be in a situation and put yourself in a situation where you feel like you're in debt and you can't, you know, pay for what you need to pay for and put a roof over your head and those mundane like day-to-day life things. Like, you need that, so you're being very possessive of it. But what Spirit's really urging you to say, and like it's trying to tell me to tell you, sorry, and I can see it in this angel card over here as well, it's they're saying that like surrender to them and they will always look after you. Like, they 100% will. It's the surrendering process which is then going to bring that in, you know what I mean? The abundance, because you've surrendered, you have that mindset of abundance. It's like intertwined with it. So they're saying, you know, it's okay, it's all right. You're going to be in that, but just know, like, that's, if you know you have that thought process, that's what they're trying to tell you, like, to just surrender, and believe it or not, you'll actually be more abundant than hoarding it, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that message has kind of come out a bit strange, I'm sorry guys, but you know what I'm saying. The ones who are here and have chosen this pile, I feel like you know what I'm saying. But guys, don't be scared, because you're these amazing sacred beings, and you're getting downloads of like sacred wisdom, and it's usually like through your creative endeavors which bring in these things and bring in these these downloads and these activations, and it's beautiful, it's amazing, and that's what's going to grow you and bring you, you know, that holistic abundance, that infinite abundance, that all around abundance. So we'll go on to this clearing debts, the angel card that I was talking about before. This is specifically from your angels, what they want you to know from their mouths through me to you. So here we go. Your self-care involves removing a heavy burden of financial and emotional debts from your life. You already feel lighter and freer just by facing this topic and making a plan to clear present obligations and avoid future ones as well. So there you go, guys. Like, again, they always say it better for me, worded better, more professionally, more profound, and yeah, so that's what they're asking you to do, guys. That's going to be like your major block with all of this, and what's going to hinder you the most and give you the most anxiety, I feel. It's all the financial things and like the old programming of like, you know, putting a roof over your head and being okay and being stable, and, you know, don't worry about that. If you can't buy, you know, trendy clothes for a while, which you're always used to doing, like, it's okay. Those things don't matter once you start, you know, going on this exploration and realizing that, like, that was just an example, but like other things, you know what I mean? You can go without for a while if it's going to feed you in another place, and then that ultimately is going to feed you in another place, which is then going to just open up all these other doors for more abundance in other areas, which is going to come back in abundance in your financial area. So just don't let that old programming stop you from being this beautiful creative person. Like, you've got so much going for you, and you should feel super blessed with the activations that you're receiving from Spirit, and thank them for it, and thank yourself and love you and love yourself. And you are doing that at the moment, and I'm super proud of you, and I'm here for your pile 3. I'm here for you. So I'm going to wrap that up. just a few little messages in there for you. So yeah, like, subscribe, send this to somebody if you feel like they need it. And yeah, I'm always here if you guys want private readings. So peace, guys. Love yous. See you in the next one. Bye.